I just can't let you go.
Hi Virgo, welcome to your full moon reading. This is going to be a super moon, full moon of Taurus. So we're going to take a look and see what your messages are regarding this new beautiful beaver moon that's coming in November 15th and should last for obviously the next 24 hours. So you're going to start here with full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan, Virgo. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests this is where you're at now, Virgo. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking or thinking or wondering, Virgo, about money, this full moon heralds a change of financial fortunes, but it depends on your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So you're being asked to attune to the full moon. Write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. Other meanings for this full moon in Taurus: laziness could explain your current situation, Virgo. So if that's your case or your situation, it's time to change it and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase your dreams. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. And also more exercise is being called for, right? Who couldn't use a little more exercise? The full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow, no matter when you draw it. All right, Virgo. Full moon in Taurus, right? So now also, you guys, this is a super moon. Emotions are running high. The answer to whatever you're trying to get insight on at this time, Virgo, is large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as your job or a relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's right under your nose, Virgo. The supermoon, is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when the supermoon is happening, which is now. But you may find there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever is going on in your life don't come along every day, so you're being asked to take action. Success, Virgo, is close, but you must trust the process. Other meanings for the supermoon. Listen, Virgo, there's a resolution. Things is closer than you think. Things will be resolved very soon, and especially during this period. Don't ignore the obvious signs in your life. Something exciting lies ahead, maybe getting laid, lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. Speak to the goddess within you. Ask her for assistance. The supermoon is a full moon that takes place when the moon is at its closest point to the earth during its monthly orbit, and an event known as perigee. The full moon appears around 14% bigger at this time. The moon is known as the queen of emotions, and when the supermoon is happening, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged. So it goes well with the full moon in Taurus, Virgo, because it's about getting grounded. Let's get some additional messages here for you. I don't feel like this reading is going to be all that long, but it's enough for you to, I feel like this is about contemplation and contemplating on the full moon during this time. Okay? Goodness. Let's see. Other messages for Virgo. All right. The spirit. Unseen forces watch over you. You know, Virgo, the unseen is the moon card for sure. And this is an energy, I guess I want to say, of unseen problems, voluntary changes, and trusting your intuition at this time. Really important that you trust. You trust this process, but also be grounded as much as possible. Be objective, I'm hearing. You also have the Knight. You have triumph over adversity, maybe even triumph over your emotions at this time. I feel like, Virgo, if you're feeling very emotional with the moon, which is pretty common for most people, I do feel like you will be able to, how can I say, keep things neutral. It's not that anything, maybe something particular will come up for you, but I feel like you are being asked to trust. And when you're feeling overwhelmed or your emotions are like running high, it's really important to get grounded. Like, go touch grass. Ground yourself. Breathe, Virgo. It's about breathing. Okay, you also have the Green Man. And I just said go touch grass. The forces of nature favor you, Virgo. You know, touching grass, like, listen, whether that's touching cannabis or just getting outside and just standing in the grass, hugging a tree, grounding yourself to the earth. If you have snow all over the ground, kick that snow out of the way. Make a patch. Get on your bare feet and just stand in the ground. Let the energy of earth rise up within you. Okay, you have the Siren. A temptation may lead you astray. Virgo, this is playing out pretty seriously here, okay? Emotions running high in regard to there may be some kind of temptation. And that, especially during this full moon, you're going to need to ground yourself in regards to some kind of, don't give in to some type of temptation. Okay, you also have the Spider. Be meticulous and be patient. The Fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Reckless actions lead to conflict. Virgo, be careful in regards to a fire sign as well. Your emotions could be tied to a fire sign, or they might get triggered by a fire sign. Pay attention to that over this full moon period. You have the Dragon. You could be born in the year of the Dragon, but this is strength and wisdom. Be strong, Virgo. Think before you react, I'm hearing. Think before you emotionally react. And you also have the Minstrel, but let your intentions be known, especially to the moon. Set those intentions during this supermoon. And last but not least, you have the Black Cat. Your luck will soon change, Virgo. This supermoon is a very positive energy. Okay, a couple more messages here for you, Virgo. What else do you need to know? What else does Spirit? What do you want to tell Virgo during this full moon in Taurus, supermoon in Taurus? Addictions, compassion. The situation is influenced by an addictive behavior that could be influencing you or the person involved. Pain and trauma are being projected. Try to see the truth of the situation by stepping outside of the chaos to create an opening for forgiveness, patience, and compassion. You also have Radiant Goddess, acceptance. You're an amazing goddess, ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power and tap into the supermoon power by owning your beauty and potential, by not making any apologies for it, Virgo, especially during the supermoon. Be unapologetic about who you are, your worth, and your value. Time to evolve, Virgo. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective, Persephone, that you chose much of this before you incarnated is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. And we must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret a particular situation during this full moon hinges on your growth or not, right? Oh man, everything's just kind of tying in here. Fun and adventure. It's time to play and get reacquainted with your childlike self, Virgo. Open up to your sense of adventure and fantasy. You've been way too serious and moving through the motions. Snap out of it and have some fun. And I kind of feel like that's definitely the message that I'm talking about. Yes, you need to ground yourself, but, you know, don't bury yourself in the ground. Try to keep a lighthearted energy about you during this supermoon, because these emotions, it feels mostly like your feelings. You're deep, because Virgo, you're deep and intense, and those inner feelings are going to definitely try to derail you. Find a way to channel them. Balance is needed in your relationships. So Virgo, during this full moon, make sure all of your relationships are equal and balanced with giving and receiving. If they're out of rhythm, the other is sacrificing and can't sustain itself. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways, Virgo. And last but not least, spiritual guidance. Beautiful. Your spirit guides and guardians are here to assist you and help you evolve into your authentic self. The time is now to see yourself as your spiritual team sees you. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open yourself up to them. Meditation and asking for signs are a great way to deepen your connection with spirit. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, the full moon has enormous power, okay? And I feel like because it affects our emotions, which represent water, the energy of this super full moon, this Taurus represents our relationships. It's Venus, love, our feelings, our emotions. So whatever emotions that are going on within you at this time, whether you're feeling angry or sad or happy, whatever emotion that you find yourself feeling, this powerful supermoon is going to draw those emotions out. Okay, and the message here is in the form of grounding yourself. Find a way to channel these emotions that are healthy and balanced. Okay, so I don't know exactly what you're going to be feeling, but there's an intensity to these emotions. Okay, and especially for Virgos who tend to keep their emotions at bay, right? Virgos don't generally get overly intense. You're going to feel it. You're really going to feel it even more so. So I feel like when you start feeling being overly joyous is not a bad thing. You got to be careful of the negative emotions more so. All right. And when the overflow of extreme happiness could lead you into temptations or addictions, or things. It's a very triggering time. All right. And I feel like the message here is, Virgo, you're good at getting grounded. And the fact that the moon is in Taurus, you can relate somewhat to the earth. You really need to stay grounded and just try to navigate through this full moon energy, this super moon, as best as you can. Now listen, it's not going to happen for everybody. Totally get it, right? But I do feel, especially if your moon is in Taurus, somewhere in your natal chart, it will have a profound effect on you, okay? Or if your moon is in Virgo, or if your moon is in Capricorn, right? Because it's Earth. Pay attention, right? Going in, kind of like prepare yourself a little bit. Now, as far as I know, this full moon, the super moon, happens on November 15th around, I think it's 4:29 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so no matter where you are in the world, I don't know what the universal time is going to be, but you might start feeling the energy prior to the full peak of the supermoon. All right. So you could be starting already to feel it now as you're listening to this. So pay attention to those energies as you go forward. I'm going to leave this reading. I know it was short, but this is just the supermoon reading. And I wish you all a blessed, love, and light-filled time period during this moon phase. All right, you guys. Love ya. See ya.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces.